So you're thinking about renting in the Villages. Well, I get that question via email a lot, and it's something that I felt probably should address, right? People are looking for, how do I find a rental? How much does it cost? What's the best location? We're going to get into those questions and more. Hey everyone, TB here, coming to you live from the Villages, DeLuna and more. Another sunny day here in Florida. Hope you're doing well. We're doing great. Actually, we had a little bit of a mishap this week. My lovely wife Shirley fractured her wrist. She was playing pickleball and she fell, and yeah, so she has a fracture. She's going to be in a cast for about 6 weeks, but then she'll be as good as new. That's our hope, right? Fingers crossed. So I just thought I would put that out there. We're getting a lot of well wishes from friends and people that we've met here locally, and it really has been great. So let's talk about how to find a rental, what's the best location, and how much is it going to cost you, and a little bit more. We'll dive in. And with that said, let's get into the video. You know, I'm a big believer in the lifestyle visit. I think it's a great opportunity for you to come here and check the place out. But for some, it might not be enough time, right? I'm a strong believer in try before you buy. That's a key point. So with that, if you feel a lifestyle visit just doesn't give you enough time, coming here to rent for a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, during any particular part of the season might be a great fit for you. So for me, the more time you can spend, the more you can explore, the better chance I think you have of finding the right purchase for you. Now remember, buying a home is the biggest investment that you possibly can have, so you don't want to take that lightly. You want to come here, you want to drive around, check out the different areas, take your golf cart, take your car, right? Talk to different people, and really get a good feel for where it is you want to be. If you want to be close to a square, next to activities, pickleball courts, tennis courts, that kind of thing. Take your time and do that right. So the theme here is explore, explore, and explore some more. Jump in that golf cart. Get a feel for the golf cart paths, the multimodal paths. See how they run and how people work those things, and get to the locations that they actually want to be in. Also, take your car ride. You get a different feel in the car. You can't get as close, but certainly you get an idea of how much time it takes to get from where I live, potentially DeLuna, all the way up to Spanish Springs. So take your time, do that, get a good feel for the Villages, find out exactly what neighborhood it works for you, and go from there. So now let's touch on renting in the Villages and what is really the ideal time for coming here, right? I've got several different friends of mine. They have rental properties. One gentleman has 3 homes here in the Villages, one right around the corner from me, one down in Sawgrass, and another gentleman has one right up the street from me here as well. So that's going to be a subjective question, right? When's the best time for you to rent in the Villages? It's going to be dependent on your work schedule, your kids going to school, things like that. Depending on what you have going on in your life, that's going to really dictate when you come here. So, personal schedule aside, there is a best time to come to the Villages, and that would be November to April. Now, keep in mind, it's also the busiest time of the year, right? It's going to be a little bit harder to get into restaurants. Doing things spur of the moment is going to be a little bit more challenging because there's more people here. Getting a tea time, taking advantage of the amenities, those kind of things. So it also makes it really difficult to find a rental. However, it really is a good idea that if you plan on moving here, that you get a good sense of what crowded actually means. And for some, it may not seem crowded at all. Now, that swings both ways depending on where you live. So some people can't believe how bad it can get, while others are not affected at all. Now with that said, if price is a key factor, you're going to want to come between June and October, right? You're going to notice right away that it's not as crowded. It's a lot easier to make and walk into restaurants, make a reservation, whatever you so choose, make a tea time reservation. And I can tell you that now that we've lived here both seasons, I can tell you that we notice the difference. And for us, we prefer the off season, right? It's pretty great. So yes, of course, here in Florida during that time, it's pretty hot, but every place has air conditioning. I think it's really important that you experience both seasons, right? So that you can make sure that this is the right fit for you. So let's touch on cost to rent, right? One thing that you can certainly expect is during season, off season, the prices are going to vary greatly. One thing you want to keep in mind too, though, is the bigger the home, the more you can expect to pay. Another factor is location. Location, 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 right? You hear about that all the time. If you're looking for a home that's centrally located or one that's closer to a square, those are going to be the most appealing homes. They'll go the quickest and are also going to have the highest price tag. So because prices vary greatly based on location, right? It's virtually impossible to give you any kind of outline, an exact outline of what you can expect to pay in the villages. So after doing some research and talking to my friends here that actually do rentals in the villages, I was able to put together this list of pricing through the months, right? It's just a guide, right? Don't take it as gospel. Again, it's just a guide. You're gonna need to do your own due diligence, but for a designer home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath here in Brownwood, this is what you can look at as, again, using it as your guide for pricing. As you can see, there's quite a swing in pricing. Now, these are to be used as just a guide. Prices will vary house to house along with the location you choose. Also, keep in mind, you're just coming to the villages for a month or two just to get a feel for if the villages is right for you. So as you know by now, the villages is a huge place made up of all these individual neighborhoods, right? So the main question now becomes, where should you rent? And that's where the challenge comes in. So one of the challenges is certainly finding a house that fits your needs, right? And you might think that you've done that once you've selected your home, only to realize that it's really not in a place that you're going to be spending most of your time. It could be far away from the square, it could be close to a golf course. Finding that right balance is really going to be a challenge for you, right? So remember too that you travel in a golf cart everywhere, and if it's too far away, that's going to become quite the pain. And yes, on the rental side, most homes will supply you with a golf cart, but if you don't see it listed, make sure you reach out directly to that homeowner. So to recap, first step, find a house that's centrally located, right? And if you have no preferences, whether it's being close to a square or being close to a golf course, then just really go with the best house that fits for you and your family and your situation. So now it's time to take a leap and find the perfect rental, right? Now look, there's plenty of choices out there. There's plenty of websites, and I can't speak to any of those. But I'm gonna put together a short list here on some of them that are available that I know of. I'm talking with people and my friends and things that hopefully can help you make a better decision. So as I mentioned, I just went online real quick and pulled up a couple of sites that I found from as not only talking with friends, but just doing a quick search for rental properties here in the villages. So the first one that comes up is VRBO. Everyone's pretty familiar with that. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just go here, punch in Sumter. Yeah, it comes up super quick, and you just check on that, and then you would add in your dates and then complete the search there. Next is Realtor.com. Not too familiar with this one. I know that it's run by realtors and realty agencies, so if that's something that you're certainly more familiar with or that you're more comfortable with, you certainly Realtor.com is an option. The next one is Hometown Property Management. Just as the name states, it is a company that's run by a property agency. You just come here, click on the type of home that you're looking for, hit a search with those dates, and as you scroll down, you can see all the different type of homes that are available, the year they were built, total square footage, and obviously you can see the models and go through in detail which each listing actually has to offer and see if that's the right fit for you. Next, Villagers Homes for Rent. I really like this one. I think this one's pretty popular as well. You go to the search bar, you just punch in Sumter, everything comes up. Telltale sign to look for in the description is if you see a picture with the golf cart right up front, that's telling you that the golf cart is included in this rental, which is again a key thing for people here in the villages. This other one has a pool, so on and so forth, and you just scroll down and you can go through each listing and do that in detail, and then reach out and contact the appropriate party. Next, Rent from a Villager. Now, I really like this one, and I've heard that several of the people that I know use this, and some people that have rented that I've talked to have actually come here. You just click on it; it's pretty easy. Click on View Rentals, and again, every listing comes up. There's a filter on the right-hand side that you can actually, you know, pick the property type, the region, special features, those kind of things. Anything that you're looking for specifically. Here again, here's a picture with Golf cart in the driveway, that's telling you that that golf cart certainly is included. And that's the Lake Sumter area. Golf cart included, pet friendly, Lake Sumter, daily rates, so on and so forth. I think you get the gist. All right. So hope that helps you. Well, that's going to just about wrap it up for this video. Look, if you've come to the Villages in the past and you've rented here, please drop a note in the comment section. Tell us about your experience, good, bad, or indifferent. It certainly does help out the entire community. If you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. It really does go a long way. Remember, I'm not affiliated with the Villages in any way. I'm not a realtor in Florida. I'm just a guy providing information. And as always, stay awesome, everyone.